Hi everyone, this video is to help you get through CSS assignment number 3. In the previous two assignments you have attached .css files, which are referred to as external CSS styles, from downloaded style sheets. In this one you're going to learn how to use an internal style sheet, which you kind of have already been doing but maybe didn't know. So I'm going to ask you to read through this link or take a look at that link, maybe bookmark it, read through this page. It's kind of some general information, and then move on. And this is the page I'm going to be reading in another browser as I kind of walk through these directions. So the first thing, you want a new page and you want to save it before you do anything. And I'm going to call my page CSS3 with no spaces, because that way I can keep that as my file name and I know it has no spaces in the file name. Once you save that, on the page that has the directions there's some text, and it has you copy and paste that text onto this page. Alright, once you have it pasted, then it says create a new CSS rule. So you click on your CSS editor button. You're on an internal style sheet. If that's not up there, you can always do it, add that this way, but it should default to that being up there. And it's a style applied to all elements, and you want to make this one for the body tag, which is listed here. Then you create the style rule, and it asks you to set the text to Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif. So to do that, you just click the predefined one right there. And then it wants you to set the size to 12 pixels. So if you type in the font size here, 12, and then using the drop down change it to pixels, that would be just fine. Oops, I forgot something. Oh, it created it. Perfect, perfect. Then it wants you to add another one. So you're kind of looking around going, how do I do that? So if you click on the little down arrow here, you're going to choose a new style rule. And that takes you back to this screen that you want to add another style rule. And this one is going to be for everything that is an H1. So you choose H1, and we create the style rule, and then you have to go to the text, and we're gonna set a color for that, and you want to leave the pound sign there. We're gonna do 006600. So all, and it shows up green here, that's fine. All H1s will be that, but if you notice we have nothing green on here yet, and that's because we have no H1s. Then create a new CSS rule for a class. Now this one is going to be slightly different. So we want to you go back here again, you're looking for that screen that you want, and that's a new style rule that will take you here. So here you're going to choose style applied to all elements of a class. And a class we'll talk about in just a minute. But it says we're going to call the class, and you'll notice it comes up with a little dot right there. You want to leave that there. That's got to be there. We're going to call this red text. You could call it anything you want, but we're going to call it red text. And then we're going to click on create the style rule, and then we'll go to the text, and we're going to give it a color. Again, you leave the pound sign there, and this is going to be FF followed by 4 zeros. And it should be red. It is. Now we're going to create another new one, and I'm continually going back in so you guys can have to find how to get to this screen. Alright, so this one says create a new CSS rule for a class called red bold. So again, it's going to be a class. We're going to call it down here red bold, and I'm guessing hopefully you know what you need to do there. So again, the color is going to be FF 4 zeros, And font weight, we want to make it bold. And then we'll say okay. All right, so now the magic should start to happen, because we're going to come along over here and we're going to highlight this, and then we're going to make that a heading 1. And then select the second sentence in the first paragraph and assign the style red text. So second sentence, first paragraph, right there, and we want to assign that red text. And that's on the one next to where you set your headings or your paragraph. Okay? Select the second sentence. Okay, we did that one. In the second paragraph, select every instance of the word Christmas and assign it to the red bold class. So, Christmas, and then I would come over here. Here's my red bold. Christmas, red bold. Christmas, red bold, and I think that's the last one right there. And then you would save your work, and that is CSS3.